Once again, here's our referee in charge, John Coyle, now to give instructions.
Eamonn? Okay, remember what I told you, 3 things. Obey the rules, display good sportsmanship, and defend yourself at all times. Good luck.
All set to go here then. Magee only beaten twice, once early career by Teddy Reid in Boston, the other one a very controversial loss to Paul Burke, which he later avenged in some style, maybe his best performance. He's also beaten Shane Neary as well in his career. That was a controversial one. Thaxton has had a few setbacks along the way, but he'll really be fired up for this, and I think he'll be looking to win it on work rate. And something that Magee is sometimes guilty of is that he does let his work rate drop off. He goes through quiet periods. He won't be able to afford that here. Thaxton might have to be a little cuter than he sometimes is, though. Thaxton in the gold and black trunks, and very proud to be hailing from Norwich, where he wants to go back and fight. He says he will be when he's won this. Magee, of course, will have other ideas. 2 southpaws together. Good straight right from Magee, who might enjoy being able to counterpunch as Thaxton keeps on coming forward at him.
Well, Thaxton's looking to leap in with that right hook, which is a dangerous punch. He is catching Magee, maybe not cleanly, but it's getting through.
Super fit Thaxton, and he did one of the longest warm-ups backstage observers have ever seen before coming into the ring tonight. He really got himself up into a good sweat. He's very loose from the start. That's showing a bit here. He's going for Magee early, but I think it's nothing that Magee wouldn't have expected.
Yes, he's looking slightly the stronger, looking to come forward. But Magee just looking for points, looking for little openings, looking for Thaxton to make the mistakes.
John Coyle, watch the elbows, a little warning there for Eamonn Magee. John Coyle, a very, very experienced official, not much will get past him. Thaxton gets in with a body punch and then away again quite quickly. That might be part of his plan too, not to hang around too long in there. Magee's reputation just needing a little coat of paint itself at this point. Thaxton trying to prove that he's not damaged goods at this stage of his career.
Well, Thaxton getting his hands up pretty well for the counters from Magee. Just trying to roll forward, get the biggest shots off Thaxton.
Just not diving in, Thaxton, trying to find a way in. Can't quite get there with that left hand of his. The left cross, which is a punch that he much favours. That's a very sharp right-hand counter, twice in a row by Magee, who is naturally heavy-handed. He's got a good stoppage record, better than Thaxton's. Thaxton already looking a bit puffy around the eyes.
Yes, Magee looking pretty cool, waiting for Thaxton to come in, looking for the left hands.
And can't miss Thaxton much with his right lead either, Magee. Happy to box on the back foot. When he was stabbed in the neck, a lot of trainers didn't want to handle him early on, but he's settled down now, trained by John Breen, who also had Dave Boy McCauley, Cristanto Espana and Victor Cordova, those 2 Central and South Americans when they were based over in Northern Ireland. Tight little camp with Mike Callahan as the manager. Magee's in white, defending his Commonwealth Light Welterweight crown here for the 5th time. Thaxton just finding it hard to get through as he piles forward. Magee covering up and countering quite effectively, I thought, in that first round, in the most part. It's a good body shot from Thaxton, who's been away to Gran Canaria for a week as part of his extensive training for this fight. He's run hundreds and hundreds of miles. I think he knows this might be his last opportunity in the bigger league.
Well, he's looking strong. He's got the momentum on his side, Thaxton, rolling forward, and he's landing with that right hook.
Magee quite happy to let Thaxton lead. And much more accurate with his jab, too. It's good stuff so far, really, from Magee. But can Thaxton find one big left hand? Bit of blood around by the bridge of the nose for Magee now. Good style mix, isn't it?
It is a good mix of styles. It always looked like it would be a good fight on paper. How the southpaws gelled, we didn't know, but they are gelling quite well, making this exciting, with Thaxton again landing with that right hook of his.
Little left hand. There's a little bit of a mark around the right eye of Magee, by the look of it. Is that just closing up a little?
Well, it's certainly looking a bit inflamed. I think that it is from the hook of Thaxton. But Thaxton needs to mix it up with some more variety.
If Magee does get in with Hatton, he'll find himself boxing on the back foot like this against him. But, of course, Hatton might be a rather different proposition to Thaxton. He's somehow got to find the combination to the safe here, Thaxton. The danger for him is what he gets caught with on the way in.
That's right, Magee landing one good shot in there. Thaxton rolling forward, getting more off, but it was Magee's solid a punch that had the better effect. But it's Thaxton that's making the fight, although he's just walked under a good one.
He might wish there were 3 American judges and not just John Coyle scoring this Thaxton, because he is coming forward. A lot of support here tonight for Jon Thaxton, including 100 fans who came on coaches from Norwich, and Thaxton's mum made them all sandwiches apparently this morning before the trip.
Well, I think the fans will be quite the more pleased so far. Thaxton just doing the better work for me, just pushing more, just looks as if he wanted that bit more.
But reasonably close this at the moment. Third round, white trunks champion Eamonn Magee from the Ardoyne area of West Belfast, just waving Thaxton in at him there. Thaxton too cute at this stage of his career just to buy that kind of thing. He'll work out his own strategy, thank you. Little smile flashing across the face of Magee, who is caught by the left hand there. Looking to switch it at times. Thaxton, in the manner of all the fighters in the Brendan Ingold gym, or most of them anyway. It's a nice left hand again, getting home from Thaxton. He's trying to revive the fortunes a little of the Ingold gym. Of course, Johnny Nelson's going well as well, cruiserweight champ. But since Nassim Hamid's departure, some of the others just under a bit of a cloud. Thaxton could give them a really big fillip if he won here.
Looking very strong, putting a 3-punch combination together there, Thaxton.
Magee just doing a little bit less, as is his wont occasionally. Does sometimes coast in fights.
But I think he's done a...
Oh, got him with the left hand, did touchdown, fast shot, well picked. Thaxton hits the canvas, flash knockdown. Has to take a mandatory 8, but there's Magee's power for you.
Yep, there's the sharpness, there's the power. Catching Thaxton coming in, excellent punches.
Thaxton has to be careful here, has to keep his cool. He's taken some heavy ones, needs to cover up and get through to the end of the round. Not too much bravado. Magee is sensing here that he could get a big and eye-catching knockout win.
Well, it really would be. This would be the sort of victory he would want going into Hatton, and he's doing it very well, putting heavy shots to the head of Thaxton.
Magee really sets his feet for his punches. I think he looks more motivated tonight than I've seen him in a while.
Well, really, this is looking good now for Magee. Finding Thaxton easy to hit, and he's enjoying it now, Magee.
Pivotal round this. Thaxton was doing okay in the round till he got caught by that punch. and then maybe he was guilty of just diving in a bit, and Magee picked him off. Now can Thaxton get back from that?
Well, it's just his conditioning and his fitness that's got him through this round. Took some heavy head punches.
But to be fair, he's still there, and his head is beginning to clear, I think. I think that conditioning, just as you said, Glenn, has been key here. Well covered up, Thaxton. Took all of those on the gloves. Good finish, and then he leers at Magee. Bit of grudge in there between these two, right at the end of the round. Now then, what are they saying in there, do you reckon? What's the message?
Well, they've got to tell him to keep moving a bit. You know, he's just coming straight on to Magee. Got caught with a shot. Now he's got to stop moving his head, be a little bit cuter in his work.
This is it, look at that, left hand.
It was a beautiful left hand. Just as he was going to throw the punch, he saw the little gap and let the left hand go. And look at the power into that. And I'm telling you, that was a big, heavy punch from someone like Magee. Not many fighters could take one like that. That is credit to his fitness.
Magee, by the way, is ranked number 5 in the world by the WBC. That may flatter him a little. The independent people have him at 19, which might be more like it. But this fight's going out to America tonight as well, so chance for him to get himself noticed. Round 4, Magee in white, and on top, Thaxton down in round 3. I think the trouble for Thaxton was he started to come in straight lines rather than rolling, and Magee had him.
Well, Magee, very much the counter-puncher, likes this sort of style. He can just sit back, have a cool head, and wait for the right opportunity to land his big punches.
Good body shots from Thaxton. And Magee almost came up for breath, didn't he, after that?
He did. He made a little... He just sucked it in a bit there, as he had to, with heavy body punches going in.
Good work from Thaxton, that. I think one of the big questions in this fight with Thaxton is he going to be quite cute enough? Looking to just switch the angle, and he did that cleverly. 2 body punches again, and again Magee looked a bit thoughtful when he came out of that.
Yeah, I think that might just be a little key for Thaxton, that he can hurt Magee to the body.
Well, we were talking about trying to find the combination to the safe. Maybe that's it. Body shots.
Well, I think he feels that, because he's certainly switched to the body a lot more now, Thaxton.
Magee, frustratingly, made to miss there. He was looking for that left hand again in the same area around the temple that had Thaxton down in the previous round. I tell you what, this is boiling up quite nicely.
Well, we saw how hard he pushed Ricky Hatton. The Thaxton, very proud, very fit, is going to push Magee all the way.
Rather telegraphed the shot. Magee, by the way, has been in special training for this fight himself at Lucan Island, about 13 miles out of Belfast. Kind of locked himself away. Very, very important year this could be for Magee if he can win this and then get a showdown with Ricky Hatton. Thaxton, though, is doing himself proud in there at the moment.
Magee looking for that left hand again, then the right hook, putting his shots together well.
Just looking for the different angle again. Thaxton.
The greatest on video.
I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
Buy it on special edition video and DVD.
Welcome back to Manchester. Ricky Hatton still to come here by this intriguing Commonwealth Light Welterweight title fight in the ring. And look at this, Thaxton has landed 23-4 in the body shot league.
Yeah, well, Thaxton, I think he, maybe felt that took a little bit out of Magee in that round. He's certainly going hard at the body. Magee, very much a headhunter. He's done his damage to Thaxton with a good shot to the head. That's what he's looking for.
This is the 5th. Magee did come back quite well in the second half of that round after those body shots, mind you. White trunks, remember, Eamonn Magee.
Yeah, just the 1 point ahead for Magee, coming back 3rd and 4th very well after a couple of good rounds from Thaxton.
Magee has been sharp with the jab, and there's a lovely little right counter. He got caught by one himself, mind you, by Thaxton. Knocked him back against the ropes. Eamonn Magee is 30 years of age now. And if things are going to happen for him on the world scene, they'll have to happen quite quickly.
He is picking his counters quite well as Thaxton comes in. Thaxton committing himself more for the bigger punches, giving himself room for Magee to get his off.
There's the body shots again. 1-2 from Thaxton. There's a little nod from Magee. Not in respect, I think, but just sometimes that little idiosyncrasy you see between fighters.
Nice sharp left hand going in for Magee. He really is sharp, worked well for this fight, finding the little gaps.
Just loves counter-punching, Magee. Just as we thought, he does like Thaxton's style, but Thaxton's not doing half badly at all. Just the suspicion, though, of the cleaner work from Eamonn Magee, and probably a bit more power about his shots while he does set his feet. No problem for Magee. People at the back of the arena there thought Magee'd been hit by a punch. He just lost his balance momentarily. That's all it was.
Yes, he was just really pushed backwards. It's certainly Magee who's getting on the cleaner, more accurate punches.
Magee seems to have been cast as a villain by the Manchester fans. I don't know if that's because he's said what he'll do to Ricky Hatton about cutting him to ribbons and knocking him out when they meet.
Well, I don't think he's going to get any Manchester fans in saying stuff like that.
Magee can't afford to think ahead to Hatton at the moment. He's going to get Thaxton out of the way first. He's coming a lot forward still, Thaxton, not doing that much when he gets there this round so far. This 10-stone division is a good one in Britain and has been for a while, with Ricky Hatton on top of the pile. Then you've got Eamonn Magee there, the Commonwealth champion, in the ring tonight. Junior Witter at last getting a shot at the British title next month, well overdue for him. And by the way, he is a stablemate of Jon Thaxton, who's down there at number 8. He's there with his back to you, the main trainer. He's got Denny Mancini, the cut man, in there, and Patrick Magee, one of the many brothers of Eamonn.
Well, very few punches. Well, just one punch between them. 83 for Thaxton, 82 for Magee, showing it to be very, very close on punches landed.
Here's round 6. Magee in the white trunks, remember, the defending champion. So far, a very decent fight. Still, Thaxton taking it to Magee.
He's trying so hard, Thaxton, to get these big looping punches on Magee, just getting out the way of them, just covering up just enough to get himself out of the full impact of these blows.
Caught with a countering left and hurt Thaxton. Lovely shot, and he's a bit dizzy here. Thaxton leaving himself open, has to be careful. Magee looks to to finish it here with a whole cluster of punches. He's all over the place. He could get stopped here, Thaxton, unless he can punch back. It is stopped. It's over in round 6, and Eamonn Magee does the sizzling job that he had to do to earn a shot at Hatton. My goodness me, what a volley of punches he produced. That was finishing at the highest order.
That was a tremendous finishing, absolutely tremendous. He wanted to prove a point. He wanted to say he deserves to be in with Hatton, he can beat Hatton, and he went out there, did a superb performance against a really pumped up, fit Jon Thaxton. This was somebody who had worked harder, looked fitter than he ever had in his life, and that was a tremendous win. Really, really good stoppage.
And I think there he has set up a fight with Hatton, should Hatton win tonight. Of course, we're taking all that for granted, but now you suddenly want to see that fight, don't you?
Well, let's see if that fight happens now, because now he showed how dangerous he is. Will that fight disappear? This was really, really good. And you wonder what Hatton would do. Hatton comes forward like Thaxton. Look at this barrage of punches. This is a man who's really trying to get him out of the way. He knows how tough, how strong Thaxton is. He's not going to let up until the referee steps in. He's going to keep throwing punches.
And it's a good stoppage too, and I think the key was he wasn't throwing back. That was why Jon Coyle said, no, that's enough.
Yeah, he had to. You cannot take that many unanswered punches, however fit, however strong you are, without the referee jumping in. You've got to throw them back. He wasn't throwing them back, and it really was. He exploded, and that was an exciting finish from Eamonn Magee. Really looked the part in winning that fight.
Yeah, this is one of the best performances, if not the best, of his career. All over in round 6. Eamonn Magee keeps the Commonwealth title, but much, much more important than that, he's set himself up for a very, very big pay night.
Yeah, really big. The last few punches going in, Magee showed that he is worthy of a fight with Hatton, and who knows what could happen in that fight. But that was excellent work from Eamonn Magee, and a tremendous finish.
Been in the gym since he was 5 years old. Eamonn Magee. Well, all the hard work is paying off now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 10 seconds in round number 6. Our referee in charge, Jon Coyle, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout, and he is still the Commonwealth Light Welterweight champion, Eamonn the Terminator Magee. Ladies and